Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to the channel. My name is Katie. This is your August reading, and of course, take what you want and leave what you don't. All right, so I'm going to pull a card for your recent past, present, and then recent future. And then also I'll pull a card for you and your current energy, okay? Okay. These ones are a little stiff for me today. Okay, let's get one that represents Taurus for the month of August. Okay. You, okay. You have the Grand Trine, blessings. I feel like, so your current energy right now, you're feeling super grateful, super blessed. You're able to see everything that is positive in your life. And I feel like your heart is so incredibly full right now. And you feel like the triangle, there's like this completion. Like you just feel like everything is kind of wrapped up really nicely. Like I almost feel like there was a certain situation that was a little difficult and it's wrapped itself up, and that you're grateful that that's over. But yeah, you're definitely in the sense of just like gratitude, grateful. Yeah, like you're just feeling good. You're feeling very at peace, which is nice. I think you were like in this rocky wave, like your ship was rocking, and there was a lot that you were dealing with, and now you feel like it's kind of smooth sailing. And it is going to be for the month of August, I feel like. So it's a good energy to be in. Okay, so past energy, recent past, we have Earth element, which is all about stability and being grounded. So I feel like whatever that thing was, the rocky waves, right? I feel like that was kind of a bit ago. And in the recent past, you have been able to set a firmer foundation. There's been stuff that you've done that has created this like grounded energy. For some of you, I feel like you're so giving to everybody else, and in the recent past you've been giving to yourself more than you have, and it's felt really good, and it's created a sense of stability for you. I feel like it's more than just like self-care too. Like I keep getting this image of reading something, studying, like reading and opening your mind to something else. But then also just like as a timeout too, like, yeah, just like being able to give yourself time, because you just give to so many other people. And I think that this is super important. I don't want you guys to forget how you were treating yourself in the near past. Remember that, and remember to do that habitually, because it's going to serve you well, because you want to always have this like stable footing, right? Especially when things get rocky again, because they will, ebb and flow of life. It's so good to have a firm foundation. And I'm hearing like your habits, you've changed your habits, or you're wanting to change your habits, but as the future comes in just life, like it's so good to have this firm foundation to sit on. And that firm foundation has come from habits. And some of that like self-care that we talked about, like taking the time out, the book reading, being in nature, things like that, that is part of helping you stay grounded and building that foundation. Because I need to be clear here. The foundation is not of the material. It's not like having a job, paying your bills, having a place to live, food, clothes. It's not that type of foundation. It is a personal, emotional, mental, spiritual foundation of being grounded and having that foundation. And so that's why I think your habits are super important, or for a lot of you, you have changed your habits. Like I'm almost saying like your morning routine has changed, your night routine has changed. And because of that, that has created a stability within you as a human being, making it so that you can just live life with a little more ease. So kudos for you. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of work. Can be hard at times. So you have Earth, but then you also have water energy. So I feel like, and this is representing the present, I feel like right now you are being asked, or you currently are really like living intentionally and being present, and really like, I just saw like you took a bite of food and like you were savoring every bite. You were like 100% present versus, just like shoveling it in. But I feel like that's kind of your current energy, is really getting a sense of your life, really experiencing your life, being present enough to experience it, because oftentimes we're just on autopilot, right? And that's when life starts to feel mundane and, everything's the same. But when you can bring this energy of sensing things, really opening up your senses to life, that's when the mundane starts to feel different and beautiful. I'm also feeling like for some of you, it's your sixth sense is going to be opening up. You've created this foundation and this stability, and now that energetically is creating a space for you to open up spiritually, energetically. Like I see like your third eye opening, and you like seeing different things. Like you're harnessing in on your sixth sense, which is such an amazing thing. And I feel like you guys are going to be leveling up and increasing your spiritual practices, your spirituality, all of that stuff. And don't worry, we're going to be pulling clarifiers. The last one, so near future, is first house, which is, I keep getting this sense of like your body, like you've created stability in your energy, your habits, right? Now there's a focus on your actual appearance, your body, like being more healthy. I think it could be ramification of you changing your habits and being more healthy, so your body is feeling, but I also think sensing and being in your body more. There's going to be a shift in your perspective of the way that you feel within your body and the way you view your body. For some of you, you're going to be starting to look really good. I just saw like Vogue pictures, like people taking pictures of you and you feeling really good in your skin. And again, I think that that's because of what you've just been through, like creating this stability in your foundation of who you are as a person, but then also getting this sense for life, which is so beautiful. It feels very like complete, but yeah. Okay, I'm just going to say that. Let's just pull out the clarifiers, because I feel like that's going to make things just a lot more easier to understand. Okay. Oh, I'm not surprised to see that. Okay, so for you with the Grand Trine, so now that you're in this headspace of being like grateful, you're being asked to like see things with a beginner's mind. Really being able to come to the table and say, like, turn off your preconceived notions, what you've been conditioned to believe, and view your current life, your current situation, your current energy with a new perspective, and not have any sort of prejudiced judgment, any of that come into play. Just be totally fresh mind and see things for as they are, and not how you're perceiving them to be. Sometimes I feel like this is riddle. I hope that makes sense to you. You also have rest and renew. So Garden of Venus. I do feel like this shift of like all the spiritual work that you've done, and then as you're kind of like opening up, your third eye and sensing more out of life, or sensing more life in general. There's definitely this like concept of renewal and rest, and also kind of caring for your body a little bit, like caring for your garden. And like, it's interesting because this one was placed kind of by first house, it kind of where you are at, which makes me think this is something that you haven't experienced yet. This one definitely, like, you feel like this has happened, like you've been trying to come to the table, like with a new mind, and like not judging things and trying to understand them fully, having that faith. But then now you're being asked to just like rest and renew. Like, you don't have to be working on yourself 24/7. You don't need to have spiritual growth or financial growth all the time, right? Like, you need to take rest. You need to renew. You need to take breaks from all of that. And for some of you, I'm hearing like when you stop and are quiet, that's when dots are going to connect. Like for some of you, I feel like, well, I just want the answers. I want to keep learning. I want the answers. Sometimes you need to be quiet and rest in order to get the answers. You can't just like be, doing all of your spiritual stuff, whether that's like meditating, breath work, whatever, and like trying to push the answers to come. Sometimes you've got to sit back and be quiet in order to get the information that you need, okay? Why earth element and the stability? Like, why is that showing up right now? Okay, so you have stranger curiosity and lost compass, getting back to integrity. I think that you had this experience of the stability and finding stability within yourself because it was kind of your way of getting back to who you truly are. I think for some of you, maybe you felt a little lost, felt like you were in this kind of living like in this dark, not darkness like evil, but just kind of like this like gray. That's a better way of saying it. Like you were kind of living in gray and it was all the same color. And then you got curious about wanting to know more, to experience more. And so you just kind of opened up your heart to that. I think that's why, you had this beginner's mind. You kind of were fed up with how things were and how your mindset was and how you were functioning in this world. And so there was this curiosity of like, there has to be something more. There has to be something that's, an energy that is beyond our understanding. And because of that, that curiosity has allowed you to get back to your integrity and really have a deeper understanding of who you are, your value system, your belief system, all of that good stuff. That's beautiful. I love that for you. Let's get more about this present energy and this sensing. This Taurus need to know for August and this current present sensing energy. Okay, so as you're going through this process of really being intentional with life and really like, there was that analogy of like eating the food and really tasting everything and being present during that process. There also needs to be an element of surrender where you just kind of let things be, like for all of you type A personalities out there, just let it go, let it go, let it go. But you've got to like just be able to surrender to the idea that there is energy beyond your understanding. There is universal source that is guiding you on this journey of humanity, right? This journey of being human. There definitely needs to be this surrender and faith from you. The universe is asking this from you right now so that it can bring you in more things. And when you are able to do that, it heralds change. And I feel like it's a lot of change within yourself. Like you're accepting this universal energy coming down from the sky and it just lights you up and it makes you such a beautiful being. And the thing that changes in your life is the way that you view it. I wanted to say everything, but I don't want to scare you. I'm not thinking that like you're going to be moving or ending relationships or, job, all that stuff. What changes is your outlook and you as a person. So when you're dealing with things at work and dealing with people and relationships, because you have had this change and this light that just is absorbed within you, it does affect everything else. You start to see people differently. You start to see your job differently. And that heralds change because there has been a shift in your perception and your understanding of this world, okay? And stuff that's beyond as well. But you also got the Fortune's Wheel, which is luck and right timing. So I feel like all of this is just, it's such a perfect time to be able to surrender, okay? I know that some of you are scared and nervous. You don't want to do this, but I'm telling you, I just felt like this push, like I'm being pushed to do this, which is funny because it's like you're being pushed to like sit back and relax and let go and like loosen up, right? And just let that boat kind of take you where it needs to go on the water, right? Don't be pushing anything. If you feel like I just got like a sense of like a project at work or a person, You know, if you feel like you're pushing them to do something or to be a certain way, you know, to get a result in the project or a result from something, that is not the time, not the energy that you want right now. You're being asked to surrender and just let go, whatever that means to you. But letting loose your grip on the control. Okay. Ooh, I know that's so scary for some of you, but it just felt, I felt like this whole flood of energy of just like letting go. And it was just like this, okay, now let's move forward. I hope that's making sense. It's so hard to like, when I feel things like describe them accurately. Okay, let's figure out this whole body situation. You looking all good. I had a feeling that, okay, I had a feeling that was gonna come up. Okay, see what we got here. Okay, so for some of you, like there has been, so this is the repair card. I don't even know what it's called. Oh, repairing the veil. For some of you, you have had a very negative perception of your body. You're not pretty enough. You're not strong enough. Your body's not capable. And for some of you, whoever had the miscarriage, it's not your body's fault, even though you feel like it is. That's super specific. Okay, gotta let that go. It's not your fault though. Okay, it's not your body's fault. There does need to be a forgiveness here within your body. And I feel like the reason this has happened and you've had this outlook of your body is because you've had an expectation for your body to be a certain way. And you've got to let go of that expectation and heal. You've got to, like, this gets me on a tangent, like just the media and how we're all supposed to be, you know, looking a certain way and we have to have a certain body type. And I hate that stuff so much. I shouldn't say hate, but I do. I don't like how it makes people feel. It bums me out and it's heartbreaking to me. Like, we should all feel confident in who we are because we're all beautiful beings that have so much to give this world, okay? And I feel like that needs to be your mantra when you start having negative talk about your body and your appearance, is that you have so much to give. You are such an incredible human being that the way you look shouldn't matter. And if you love the way you look, if you can learn to love the way you are, that's all that matters. It's all that matters. Okay, there definitely needs to be like this, because I feel like, again, there's this mind shift with your body, with your appearance. Some of you are putting attention into your appearance because that's going to help you change your mindset, which is great. There needs to be an adaptability with this though, where you just recognize your beauty. There's that whole thing where you look in the mirror and you get as like naked as you feel comfortable with, and you say everything you like about your body. It could be your toenails, your eyelashes, the way your shoulder rolls back, your whatever. I feel like that's a good tool for you guys, even if it's not naked, whatever, but you just look in the mirror and you say something that you like about yourself. That's such a good place to start. And by doing that, that creates this adaptability in your mindset that when you do have the negative self-talk, you're able to counter and be like, today I said I like the color of my hair. Today I said I like the shape of my lips, whatever it is, okay? But there definitely needs to be that adaptability, and there also needs to be compassion. We all live in our bodies, right? Our bodies are like our home, like in this card, and we need to have a certain level of love for it and appreciation. You know, I have a friend that I met through Instagram that she woke up paralyzed from like the chest down, and doctor said she was never going to walk again. And that girl has risen above and she's walking, she's caring for her beautiful babies. Sorry, I get a little emotional, but when I start feeling bad about myself and my body and my, you know, just that negative self-talk that we all have, I always think about her and I'm like, she is a badass. Like, she rose above. She had to go through something physically that I've never had, and she was able to get through it. And I'm complaining about whatever it is, right? I think when we have compassion and, you know, we can say, I'm grateful that I can see today. I'm grateful that I was able to get out of bed today and that my legs worked and my legs are carrying me, you know, throughout my day and everything that I have to do. again, it's switching that, turning off that negative self-talk. It's so toxic. But this card is asking you to be compassionate towards you and your body specifically. Okay? And Taurus, when you're able to do that, so much beauty is coming in. You're going to be able to see the world in so much color because you're not feeling bad about yourself and your appearance. You're loving yourself. The whole world just gets so incredibly colorful. Oh, I love that. That was a perfect way to end your reading, Taurus. Oh. I know that some of this can be scary, and the idea of changing a mindset, especially about our bodies, can be frustrating. But I feel like this is so good. There's so much love and strength and just beauty in the energy of this reading. Taurus, I love you so much. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. If you ring the bell, you'll get notified of when I upload videos. I love you all so much. I'm so grateful to you, and I hope that you have an amazing August.